Hello, everyone. We are live, day 3 from San Diego Comic-Con 2023, coming to you from Entertainment Weekly Suite. I am Jared Hall, and we are really getting your Saturday started right with batch 1 of the cast of the upcoming series, The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Please give them a warm welcome. Everyone's cheering. You can hear them. I just would love to go around quickly, have all of you introduce yourselves, and tell everyone who you're playing, if we can. We'll start right here.
Okay, so hi, I'm Kelly Kavanagh, and I play Nori Brandyfoot.
I'm Nazanin Bonyadi, and I play Bronwyn, a human from the Southlands.
I'm Dylan Smith, and I play Largo Brandyfoot.
I'm Tyler Hafton, and I play Theo.
I'm Morvid Clark, and I play Galadriel.
Benjamin Walker, and I play High King Gil-galad.
I'm Sophia Nomveta, and I play Princess Disa of the Dwarven Kingdom.
I'm Charlie Vickers, and I play Halbrand.
I'm Liam Wadham. I play Kemen over in Numenor.
I'm Lloyd Owen, and I'm playing Elendil, also of Numenor.
All right, there we go. You guys, thank you so much, first of all, for being here, and congratulations. Let's talk about that panel yesterday. What was that like, walking out to that many people?
Exhilarating.
Yeah.
And nerve-wracking also. But we had Stephen Colbert, which is like, if there's a Tolkien endorsement on the planet, that's the one you want.
Who you look like you could be related to, by the way.
I take that as a high compliment.
Yeah. Yeah, walking out to, what, 6,000 people. Nerves, of course, excitement, a lot of anticipation around this. I guess I got to start here wondering, as you guys knew, like, oh, there's a Lord of the Rings project, and obviously the movies are so beloved and they were done so well. Did you ever think, like, wait, why a series? Didn't we already do this right? Like, were there any hesitations from anyone?
Oh, sorry, I just did a huge intake of breath. Well, our series is set thousands of years before the films, and so it kind of felt that it was good to explore it in a different way.
It was a new story,
Yes.
a completely new story. There are some characters that people might recognize, but certainly mine is long dead by the time this show starts.
But it was also, it came through to us all as an untitled Amazon project, which, you know, the lowdown was, that's Lord of the Rings. But then it wasn't, we didn't know it was going to be 2,000 years before. We just heard Lord of the Rings. So then there was a lot to discover through detective work and getting the scenes through and stuff, right?
I think a lot of us, I certainly was a fan before coming onto the project, so I jumped at the chance to audition for it. Yeah.
And then eventually you discover, oh, Numenor is part of this, you know, place, this magical, wonderful place that we've not been able to see, only, you know, kind of talked about, and we get to explore there. So I know a lot of folks are really excited about that. As you guys, like, got onto these sets, I mean, the footage that we have seen, obviously the trailer was incredible, but I've seen a little bit of footage and was just blown away by how incredible, like, the set design, the art design, everything. Just tell me about, like, going on to set each day, getting to just fully immerse yourself in Tolkien's world.
Well, I think it was pretty amazing. I mean, I was saying in an interview earlier about visiting the set that Charlie was on and Modvith as well, on kind of a raft that you see in one of the teasers, and I think that it was actually visiting other people's sets that I felt so objective, and it took me a second to go, actually, no, I do have a bit of a part in this, and that was really surreal. So to be able to experience that, and because of the generosity of the showrunners and the crew to allow us to come and see each other on various sets, I think that was the moment where I really, it kind of sunk in, and I went, I can't believe that this is happening. Yeah.
Who had the longest time to transform into their character?
The dwarves.
I'm going to hold my hand up for this one.
The orcs.
The orcs were around, I think the orcs were around 8 hours, actually.
Whoa, that's a full day of work right there.
Yeah, exactly. So they had a full day before the full day.
Yeah.
So yeah, hat off to the orcs for sure. And I think we came in at a close second at around about 3 to 4 hours rig. So it's kind of 2:30 a.m. starts for pickup, and then, you know, the journey would begin before the journey would begin.
Right, exactly. Yeah. when you guys were at there was this wonderful dinner that we were at the other night, and the orchestra and all of that, emotions seemed to be running very high that night. I guess, is that just because this is a culmination of, what, 3 years of your lives, and like finally it's almost here?
And we really like it. It's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, part of our job is to, when you're doing a project, when you go out to sell it, you have to say you like it. But we also get the benefit of, we like each other, and to see our friends do what they do well and be celebrated for it, like, it's a whole nother level of joy. And we saw the first 3 episodes last week, and it's the kind of thing you walk out and you go, I gotta get a bigger TV.
Yeah, don't watch this on phones.
No, do not watch this.
Please do not.
Turn the music up. Part of the reason for being so emotional at that dinner was Bear's score, when he started playing the music. I mean, if you got to get those speakers on when you watch this show.
That was the first time we'd heard that, a lot of us as well, at the dinner, and hearing it live. And I think the people in Hall H yesterday got to hear it live as well. It's going to be pretty spectacular.
And you guys had a pretty wildly unique experience filming this, in that, and correct me if I'm wrong, some of you had just like gone to New Zealand to do maybe like some tests, wardrobe tests or whatever, and then got stuck, and that was it. Like, maybe thought, oh, we'll get to go back home for a few weeks and then come back. But that was it because of the pandemic. And then you were there for 2 years, 2.5?
Around 2 years, yeah. We kind of started off, a lot of us came early. We all kind of came at different times, but there was certainly a group of us that arrived in around the end of 2019. So we were kind of there, and we knew there would be some, or thought there would be some back and forth. And of course the pandemic hit, which meant that a lot of us stayed, and we all made choices that suited our circumstances. But yeah, we were there for around 2 years, but I have to say, what that did for us as a company and a group, the adventure that you see on the screen very much reflects the adventures that we had, emotionally, logistically, etc. in New Zealand. We were held up, looked after, and welcomed in that space so well for a long, long time. It will always be a bond and a time that we will have and shared for the good, the bad, and everything in between.
Yeah. And is it right you had a set mom there too?
Yes. Obviously I'm under 18, so I got to have a chaperone, and obviously everyone else was missing their family a lot, and I got to bring a part of mine with me, and she sort of became everyone else's mum at some point. She always brought the desserts to the cast dinners. Everyone loved the apple crumble. That was a fan favourite. But love my mum to bits. She was great for me, my rock. Yeah, and that was nice, and I think she was there for a lot of other people here as well.
She really was. Chief babysitter for
my
little girl.
That's nice. That's nice.
Love
you
Mom.
mentioned, the amount of adventure, and with that comes action. In terms of all of that, how much were you guys really prepared for, versus once you really got into it, like, oh, this is more than we expected?
Charlie?
Oh, well, I think they actually prepared us really, really well. Like, it was a really thorough preparation period. We all did stunt training as a big group, which was fun, and a lot of antics there. And then some of us swam, some of us horse rode. But they dedicated months of time before we actually got to the activity of doing it on screen. So yeah,
3 days a week horse riding lessons.
Wow.
Terrific.
Trinko.
Yeah, Trinko is my.
He's a good man.
Yours?
Cricket.
Nice.
So
nice.
jealous that you got to do horse riding.
Well, no spoilers, of course, but speak around it how you want to. What is something you guys are just really excited for people to see? If there's a specific scene, a moment, something that Tolkien fans will perhaps know and be excited for already. So many.
How do we pick? I think the beauty of the show is that everyone has their moment to shine. There's no one left behind, and each and every one of us has that moment of connecting with fans, and I can't wait. I'm cheering everyone on. I'm like geeking out because my friends are so talented. So, and to put everything in context, this young man was younger than me. Is younger than me. He was shorter than me and 14 when we started, and now he's taller than me and 17. So this is... it's been a long journey, and that's why we're so thrilled to unite and experience this all together.
And also the set pieces are extraordinary. Like all of that training that you're talking about, all that physical stuff, and now with the music, but also this balance of this beautiful, truthful performances here because it's the epic and the domestic, and people really do that so well. It's a really talented group of actors.
It's a showcase of the work of over 1,000 really talented people that we had the privilege of working with in New Zealand. So, yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, congratulations on it. If you watching have not yet checked out our Lord of the Rings of Power cover story, right here, thank you so much. There it is, right there. I mean, you guys have seen it. It's so cool. A great cover story by Devin Kogan. You can check that out on EW.com. If you're watching and you're here at Comic-Con, folks are handing this out, so be sure to look for that. The series debuts September, I almost said April, that's not right. September 2nd on Amazon Prime Video. Be sure to check it out. Thanks so much to all of you for being here.
Thank you so much.
And we have a lot more coming up today, so stay tuned, and of course go to EW.com for all of your Comic-Con needs.